The letter wasn't supposed to be opened. It sat on the nightstand for months, sealed, silent, waiting. But when she finally tore it open, she realized the man she loved had been living a life she never truly knew. Clara used to believe she understood love. Not the fireworks kind, but the steady, safe kind that made you believe in tomorrow. When she met Michael Reed, she wasn't looking for romance. She was 31, rebuilding after a long breakup, spending her days teaching art to kids in Seattle. He was a journalist, quiet, thoughtful, and endlessly curious. He came to her school to interview a student who'd won a city art award. They talked about paintings, childhood dreams, and somehow about loneliness. That night, Michael sent her an email. If art is what's left when words fail, then you've already said everything. It wasn't a pickup line. It was real. And that's how it began. They were inseparable for 2 years. Michael's job took him across states, but he always came back with postcards and stories. Clara painted while waiting for him, sunsets, city lights, faces she'd never seen but somehow felt she knew. They talked about marriage, kids, moving to Oregon. He called her his forever. But forever has a strange way of changing its meaning. One autumn morning, Michael said he had to travel to Chicago for a story. It was about veterans. Painful but important, he said. He kissed her goodbye at the airport, promised to call that night. He never did. At first, she thought something went wrong. A delay, bad signal, overwork. Then 2 days passed. 3. Her messages stayed on delivered, never read. On the 5th day, she got the call. A car accident. A single vehicle. Instant. Her knees gave out before the sentence ended. The funeral was quiet. Michael's colleagues said beautiful things about his bravery, his heart, his dedication to the truth. Clara barely spoke. When she went to his apartment to collect his things, everything looked untouched. On his desk was a single envelope, sealed, unaddressed. She thought it was for his article. She put it in her bag, intending to give it to his editor. But she never did. For 3 months, it sat in her nightstand drawer. Every night she thought about opening it, and every night she told herself no. It was on a stormy February night when she finally did. She couldn't sleep. The wind howled through the window, and she felt that same silence Michael had left behind. Her hands shook as she broke the seal. The letter wasn't typed. It was written in his handwriting. Clara, if you're reading this, I didn't have the courage to tell you what I should have. I thought love would make it disappear, that the truth wouldn't matter if we kept pretending. But lies grow in silence, and mine has outgrown me. Her throat closed. 5 years ago, before you, there was someone else. Her name was Emily. We were engaged, but I left her without a word. I told myself it was mercy, that I was saving her from the version of me that wasn't ready for love. But she never moved on. She wrote to me last month. She's dying. Clara's vision blurred. I'm going to see her, to apologize, to help her say goodbye. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to lose you, but you deserve someone who tells the truth, even when it hurts. If I don't come back, know that you were the one who made me believe in love again. It ended there. No signature, just a smudge of ink. Maybe a tear, maybe rain. Clara sat in silence for hours. The letter wasn't a confession. It was a ghost speaking through paper. She found Emily's name in the envelope, an address in Chicago. For weeks she debated, and finally she went. The address led to a hospice center. A nurse guided her to a pale woman sitting near the window. Emily looked up, frail but alive. She whispered. Before Clara could speak, I know why you're here. He came. He told me everything. He stayed until I fell asleep. When I woke up, he was gone. Clara's chest tightened. That was the night? Emily nodded. The accident. They both cried. Two women who loved the same man, neither the villain, both left behind by the same truth. Clara stayed with Emily for days. They painted together. Small canvases, nothing fancy. Emily said it helped her forget the pain for a while. When Emily passed away 3 weeks later, Clara was there, holding her hand. Michael's letter never left her purse after that. Sometimes she'd take it out, trace the lines, and whisper, "You should have told me, but I forgive you." Love doesn't always end when someone leaves. Sometimes it ends when the truth finally speaks. Clara learned that heartbreak isn't the opposite of love. It's the proof that love was real.